Welcome back to the Easy English podcast. I'm Daniel, and I'm genuinely excited to continue our journey into mastering connected speech today. In our previous session, we explored how consonants link to vowels, and the feedback has been wonderful, thank you. But many of you asked, what happens when two consonants meet, or when vowels flow into other vowels? This is precisely where confusion often arises for learners. You might hear phrases like best game where sounds seem to merge, or go away where an unexpected glide appears. These aren't pronunciation errors, they're the sophisticated rhythm of native speech. Today, we'll unravel these mysteries completely. I'll guide you through both consonant-consonant connections and vowel-vowel transitions with clear explanations and extensive practice. You'll discover how sounds adapt to create smooth, flowing speech, and most importantly, you'll train your ears to recognize these patterns in real conversations. This knowledge will dramatically enhance both your listening comprehension and speaking fluency. So if you're ready to elevate your English to a more natural, confident level, you've come to the perfect place. Let's embark on this next crucial phase of mastering connected speech together, building systematically on what we've already learned. The first phenomenon we'll examine occurs when words ending in certain consonants meet words beginning with others. This goes beyond simple linking. It's about sounds actually changing to facilitate smoother transitions. Linguists call this assimilation, but think of it simply as your mouth taking shortcuts for efficiency. When you speak rapidly, your articulators, your tongue, lips, and palate, anticipate upcoming sounds and adjust accordingly. A classic example involves alveolar sounds like T, D, and N, made with the tongue against the ridge behind your teeth, when they're followed by bilabial sounds like P, B, or M, made with both lips. In these cases, the tongue position changes early, making the alveolar consonant sound more like its bilabial counterpart. Consider red paint. Instead of articulating a clear D before the P, your mouth prepares for the lip closure, making red sound more like reb. The phrase naturally becomes red paint. This isn't careless speech, it's efficient co-articulation that native speakers use unconsciously. Similarly, that boy becomes that boy as the T anticipates the bilabial B. These adjustments create the fluidity that characterizes natural English speech and explains why you sometimes can't hear expected consonants in fast conversation. Let's practice this essential concept with focused examples. I'll demonstrate several common consonant assimilations, providing first the careful pronunciation, then the natural connected form. Please repeat each phrase after me, paying close attention to how your mouth movements change between the two versions. Our first example is good game. Carefully, good game. Naturally, goog game. Feel how the D becomes a G in anticipation of the following G. Repeat after me, good game, careful form. Now repeat, goog game, natural form. Excellent. Let's try another, 10 men. Carefully, 10 men. Naturally, 10 men. The N becomes an M before the bilabial M. Repeat carefully. 10 men. Now naturally. 10 men. Wonderful progress. Now we'll move to our third example. This shop. Carefully. This shop. Naturally. This shop. Here the S assimilates to the following sh sound. Repeat carefully. This shop. Now naturally. This shop. You're doing fantastically. This conscious practice is developing your muscle memory and auditory recognition simultaneously. Now we transition to the beautiful musicality of vowel-to-vowel connections, which represents the second major focus of today's lesson. When words ending in vowels flow into words beginning with vowels, English speakers naturally insert gentle glide sounds to bridge the gap seamlessly. These aren't new syllables but subtle transitions that prevent awkward pauses between vowel sounds. The specific glide depends on the mouth position of the first vowel. When the first vowel requires rounded lips, like the oo in you or o in go, we naturally insert a soft w sound. Conversely, when the first vowel involves a spread lip position, like the e in c or I in I, we use a gentle j or y sound. Understanding this principle explains why native speakers seem to add sounds that aren't written. For instance, go out becomes go out and I am becomes I am. These glides occur organically when speaking at a natural pace and are key to achieving smooth, flowing speech rather than staccato, separated words. Let's explore this concept through deliberate practice. Let me demonstrate this with carefully selected examples that highlight both types of vowel glides. I'll first say the phrase with clear separation, then with the natural vowel connection. Please repeat both versions after me, focusing particularly on the mouth movement between words. Our first example demonstrates the w glide too often, separated too often, connected too often. Notice how your lips naturally round and push forward to create the w bridge. Repeat the separated version. Too often. Now repeat the connected version. Too often. Excellent. Now let's practice the J glide. She asked. Separated. She asked. Connected. She asked. Feel how your tongue moves toward the palate to create the J sound. Repeat the separated version. She asked. Now repeat the connected version. She asked. Wonderful! You're developing the muscle memory needed for these natural transitions. Let's deepen our practice with more complex examples that combine different vowel connections. I'll provide phrases that frequently occur in everyday conversation, first pronouncing them word by word, then with natural linking. Please repeat both versions after me. First phrase, I understand. Separated, I understand. Connected, I understand. Repeat the separated version. I understand. Now the connected version. I understand. Next phrase, no option. Separated, no option. Connected, no option. Repeat the separated version. No option. Now the connected version. No option. Excellent progress. These transitions are becoming more natural for you. Now let's explore some particularly challenging but common consonant combinations that often trouble learners. When words end in T or D and are followed by words beginning with J, the Y sound, something magical happens in connected speech. The sounds blend to create what linguists call coalescent assimilation, forming entirely new sounds. For example, don't-you naturally becomes don-chu, and would-you transforms into wool-ju. This isn't slang or lazy pronunciation, it's a natural phonological process that occurs in rapid speech across all registers of English. Similarly, miss-you becomes miss-you and has to often sounds like has to. Understanding these transformations is crucial for comprehension, as you'll encounter them constantly in movies, conversations, and all forms of authentic English communication. Let's practice these common coalescent assimilations together. I'll guide you through the most frequent and useful sound mergers in English connected speech. We'll practice each one methodically, first saying the word separately, then with the natural blending that occurs in fast speech. Please repeat after me for each example. Our first practice phrase is don't you. Separate, don't you. Connected, don-chu. Feel how the T and J merge to form a ch sound. Repeat the separate version. Don't you. Now repeat the connected version. Don-chu. Excellent. Next phrase, would you. Separate, would you. Connected, would-you. Here the D and J combine to form a j sound. Repeat the separate version. Would you. Now repeat the connected version. Don-chu. Wonderful! You're mastering these essential sound combinations. Let's continue with more examples of this important phenomenon. Can't you becomes can-chu, and did you becomes did-you. These transformations happen automatically in native speech, and recognizing them will significantly improve your listening comprehension. Let's practice these together. Next phrase, miss you. Separate, miss you. Connected, miss you. The S and J merge to form a sh sound. Repeat the separate version. Miss you. Now repeat the connected version. Mishu. Next, has to. Separate, has to. Connected, has to. The S and T influence each other. Repeat the separate version. Has to. Now repeat the connected version. Has to. Outstanding work! These blended sounds are now becoming part of your active pronunciation skills. Now that we've explored the major categories of connected speech, let's integrate these concepts into longer, more natural phrases that mirror everyday conversation. The true test of mastering connected speech lies in applying these rules to complete sentences and questions, not just individual word pairs. I'll present several common expressions and questions that combine multiple linking techniques we've learned. We'll practice them step by step, first identifying the specific connections, then building up to fluent pronunciation. This integrated approach will help you transition from practicing individual sounds to using them naturally in context. Remember, the goal isn't perfection but increased comfort and fluency with the natural flow of English. Let's begin with a common question that uses multiple linking techniques. What did you do yesterday? Let's break this down connection by connection. First, what did links as? What did, consonant plus vowel. Then did you becomes. Did you, coalescent assimilation. Finally, do yesterday links as do yesterday, vowel plus vowel with. Jade glide. Now let's practice this question in segments, then as a whole. Repeat after me. What did as wadded? Did you as did you? Do yesterday as do yesterday. Now the full question, what did you do yesterday, said naturally as what did you do yesterday? Excellent! You're connecting multiple sounds smoothly. Let's practice another multilink sentence. I have to ask him about the best time. This contains several connection points. Have to becomes have to, consonant assimilation, ask him becomes ask him, consonant plus consonant with H, dropping, and best time becomes best time, consonant plus consonant with holding. Let's practice this methodically. Repeat after me, I have to, as I have to. Ask him as ask him. About the best time as about the biz time. Now the complete sentence, I have to ask him about the best time. Wonderful! You're building fluency with each practice sentence. Let's deepen our practice with more complex sentences that incorporate multiple connected speech phenomena. The sentence, why don't we get together and watch a movie later, contains several excellent examples worth examining closely. Why don't we naturally becomes, why don't we with a held T sound connecting to we. Get together transforms into get together using the consonant plus vowel linking we practiced earlier. And watch a flows as a and watch a with another consonant plus vowel connection. Finally, movie later becomes move later with a smooth wine glide between the vowels. Let's practice this sentence in meaningful chunks, then as a complete question. Repeat after me, why don't we as why don't we? Get together as get together. And watch a movie later as and watch a movie later. Now the complete question, why don't we get together and watch a movie later? Excellent! You're handling multiple connection types smoothly. Now let's practice a common social expression, I'm really happy you could make it to the party. This sentence offers wonderful practice opportunities. I'm really connects as of I'm really with the M flowing into the R. Happy you becomes happy you with a clear Y glide. Could make it transforms into could make it with consonant plus vowel linking. Finally, to the becomes to the with the schwa sound connecting smoothly. Let's practice this step by step. Repeat after me, I'm really as I'm really. Happy you as he happy you. Could make it to the as could make it to the. Now the complete sentence, I'm really happy you could make it to the party. Beautiful! Your connected speech is becoming increasingly natural. Now let's explore some particularly challenging aspects of connected speech that often create comprehension difficulties for learners. One significant phenomenon involves the disappearance or weakening of certain sounds in rapid speech. The H sound at the beginning of words like him, her, and his often disappears when these words occur within a sentence. For example, tell him I called naturally becomes tell him I called, and take her home flows as take her home. Similarly, the T and D sounds between consonants frequently get reduced or eliminated, as in most people becoming most people and old friend sounding like old friend. Understanding these common reductions is crucial for decoding fast, natural English speech. Let's practice these important reductions with targeted examples. I'll demonstrate each phrase first with careful pronunciation, then with the natural reduced forms you'll hear in everyday conversation. Please repeat both versions after me. First example, tell him the truth. Careful, tell him the truth. Natural, tell him the truth. Repeat the careful version. Tell him the truth. Now repeat the natural version. Tell him the truth. Next, take her to the station. Careful, take her to the station. Natural, take her to the station. Repeat the careful version. Take her to the station. Now repeat the natural version. Take her to the station. Excellent! You're adapting well to these common speech patterns. Let's continue with more reduction examples. We left early often sounds like we left earlier with the T barely audible. Send them tomorrow naturally becomes send them tomorrow with the D softening. These reductions aren't signs of careless speech but rather natural efficiency in pronunciation. Repeat after me, We left early, careful then natural. Send them tomorrow, careful then natural. Wonderful! You're developing a much more natural English speech rhythm. As we near the conclusion of this comprehensive lesson on connected speech, it's valuable to understand how these patterns vary in different English accents and registers. While the fundamental principles of linking and assimilation remain consistent across most English varieties, the degree and specific manifestations can differ noticeably. In American English, for instance, the flapping of T sounds between vowels, as in a water sounding like wader, is more prevalent than in British English. Similarly, the pronunciation of R sound significantly affects linking patterns. Rhotic accents like American English maintain the R sound in words like car, allowing for links like caris, whereas non-rhotic accents like British English might link it as caris. Understanding these variations will help you comprehend different English speakers more effectively. Let's practice some accent-aware connected speech examples. I'll demonstrate how the same phrase might naturally sound in different English varieties, focusing on the most common differences you're likely to encounter. First, let's take the phrase better idea. In general American English, this often becomes better idea with a flapped T. In British received pronunciation, it might remain better idea with a clearer teeth sound. Repeat after me, American version better idea. British version better idea. Now let's try far away. In American English, far away with the aj clearly pronounced. In British English, far away with the art dropping. Repeat both versions. Excellent! You're developing flexibility in your listening comprehension. Understanding these variations is particularly important for your listening skills. When you watch films or converse with speakers from different regions, you'll now recognize that what might initially sound like pronunciation errors are actually systematic variations. The key is maintaining awareness that while the surface sounds may differ, the underlying connecting principles remain remarkably consistent. This awareness will make you a more adaptable and confident English listener and speaker, capable of understanding diverse accents without confusion or frustration. As we bring this comprehensive guide to connected speech to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on the incredible journey we've taken together in this lesson. We've moved from understanding basic consonant-vowel connections to mastering sophisticated sound assimilations, vowel glides, and even regional variations. You've learned not just how to recognize these patterns in others' speech, but more importantly, how to incorporate them into your own speaking. This knowledge represents a significant step forward in your English fluency journey. Remember that mastery comes not from perfection but from consistent, mindful practice. The techniques we've covered today will continue to become more natural with regular application, gradually transforming your English from mechanically correct to authentically fluid. To ensure you can continue developing these skills beyond this lesson, I want to provide you with a practical action plan for ongoing improvement. First, I recommend dedicating just 5 minutes daily to focused shadowing practice using authentic English materials. Choose short clips from podcasts, TV shows, or movies that interest you and practice repeating phrases exactly as you hear them, paying special attention to the connected speech patterns we've studied. Second, start recording yourself speaking English regularly, even just describing your day or summarizing a news article. Listening back to these recordings will help you identify which connected speech patterns feel natural and which need more work. Finally, make a conscious effort to listen for these patterns in all the English content you consume. I'm incredibly proud of the progress you've made today and your commitment to improving your English pronunciation and comprehension. If this lesson has been valuable in helping you understand the natural flow of English speech, I would be truly grateful if you could show your support by liking this video and subscribing to the Easy English podcast. Your engagement helps this channel grow and reach more learners like yourself. I'd love to hear about your experience with today's lesson. Please leave a comment sharing which connected speech pattern was most challenging or which aha moment you experienced. Your feedback not only helps me create better content but also creates a wonderful learning community where we can all support each other. Thank you for investing your time and energy in your English journey today. Remember, every conversation, every listening practice session, and every moment you spend engaging with English brings you closer to the fluency you desire. I believe in your ability to master these connected speech patterns and sound more natural in your English conversations. I'm already looking forward to our next session where we'll tackle another exciting aspect of English learning. Until then, keep practicing, keep connecting those sounds, and remember that every step forward counts. This is Daniel from the Easy English podcast, wishing you continued success on your language journey. Have a wonderful day and I'll see you in the next video.